Hey y'all, I'm back. I thought I would do a quick little video at the request. One of my subbies requested this, and she's asked me to do a couple of tutorials and stuff, and then there's still a couple that I haven't had a chance to do, but this one just so happened she asked recently about how I do my ties, and it just so happened that I had one ready that I wanted to stitch, and so I thought I would just show you my process on how I do this. And this was inspired, Rachel over at Roxy Creations actually has some of these type scrap ribbons in her shop. I've never seen how she puts hers together, but I just fell in love with it. So that's kind of how I got the inspiration for the ties that I do around my little Golden Book journals. And what I do now, there are many different, like this, there are many different ways to do this, and there are other tutorials. Jessica Rapp did on her live stream, she kind of showed how she does this, and she does it a completely different way than I do. Her way is faster, but I'm a little more, I don't know, I think it's the Virgo in me, but I like to sort of plan out what I want, but it works either way. It just depends on what you're looking for, what style you want. If you want, you know, the total randomness of whatever type little scraps you have. So I just have this scrap, I don't know if you can see this. So I just have this scrap little, it's an old enamel bowl. I like to use old vintage stuff to store my stuff when I can. So I just have all these bits and pieces. And a lot of times what I'll do is, like I have this scrap and this scrap. I have 3 scrap, like buckets, so to speak. But I'll go through and say I'll take these type pieces and I'll cut them in like inch long. I'll just take and cut them, rip them, and put them, that's what I kind of did here, so that I had similar sizes in here, okay? And then when I get so many, I'll go through them when I make a book and do this, okay? So that's kind of how I work. You can just take your scraps and just do them all at one time. But like for this one, I kind of took all these little plaids and checks and stuff, and then I clip, so I kind of plan it out. And then I clip, use these little clips. I think they're called magic clips or whatever. And then I come over to my sewing machine and I stitch. So this has kind of been sitting here. I need to adjust it. And I've never sewn on camera, so y'all bear with me. And I hope you can kind of see this. And then I kind of, I'll pull the clips off as I'm going. So let's say I've got this where I want, and I just start stitching. Now I went back on this one and I added some smaller pieces on top. I don't normally do that. That's the first time I'm doing that. I stitched down one side where all my pins are, or you can pin them. I love these little clips. They're a little pricey, but man, they're worth it. It's just really easy to put things together. And you know, you can do it on the other side too. I think I kind of did that on the wrong side. It started as easier if you have your clips on this side. Keep going. Like I said, this is probably the, this takes a little more time, but you can kind of plan out. And even though I kind of planned this out, you know, it still looks really random, and I like that. I like that look, but you can really do it totally random and just grab pieces as you go, and stitch them on. So then I just turn around. Let's go a little bit further. So I go all the way up one side, and then I come around to the other side. And you can do the wonky stitching. You can go straight. You can do a zigzag stitch. You can put whatever stitching you want on here. I just usually do a straight stitch. So this is another one of those projects that you really, you know, the possibilities are endless. You can use whatever kind of fabrics you want. You can go back and add more fabrics on top of it. You can go back and stitch buttons on it, put snippets on it. It's just fun, and it's a great way to use up all these scraps. Okay, now I'm gonna come down this way, and I'm gonna go back up to the middle. Do that better than what I did. And then I come down the middle. Oh, okay, of course my sewing machine's gonna jam now. And that's it. It's so easy to do and so much fun. Now this piece I'm just going to cut off because I didn't mean to do that. I actually cut that piece and I didn't mean to do that part. So be careful when you're doing that. But anyway, this is supposed to be scrappy looking, so it's not a huge deal. But yeah, so that's kind of how I do that. And then I just use a piece of muslin or a piece of okay, now I've got strings. Let's see. You can just use a piece of muslin or a piece of old sheet. I actually took an old sheet and cut it into strips and made some of these, but this is muslin. So yeah, it's that simple. And you can come back if you want to do 5 stitches down. Just depends on how, you know, how tight you want these on here or how scrappy you want them looking. It really doesn't matter. So yeah, just a lot of fun and very easy to make, and like I said, a great way to use up scraps, and you can do so many things with these. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it inspires you to get out your scraps and make some fun things. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys are having a great day. Bye.